How much money would it take for you to suck a dick?
You'd be surprised that... And we're being honest on this episode, right?
Well, more honest than ever. This is Matty Daddy and the Midget, uncut, unfiltered, uncircumcised. Go.
Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. 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 Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.
Hello.
Hi. That's pretty close, actually. To, like, on time.
That's an echo.
Just a hair of an echo. It's like a... It's not even that bad.
Oh my god, check!
I feel like we should leave it on.
No, we should not. No, keep it on though, because I did bump the camera. Turn the fucking volume off. Alright, where are we at,
I
check?
have to restart all of my shit if the lips don't match up when I'm watching TV. It fucking bothers the shit out of me.
Oh, it bothers the shit out of everyone, check. That's why I don't want to do it.
Like, if I can't get it fixed, even after restarting it, I turn it all off.
That happens on the podcast all the time where we're doing the Instagram shit and I don't quite get the fucking lips lined up to the sound.
True.
And with my shoddy software, sometimes it just won't happen.
Did
It
you
bothers
just censor yourself, or did you mean the term shoddy?
I meant the term shoddy,
Okay.
but like it bothers the fuck out of me, man.
That look
Like
good, though?
I'm like I don't think the
Jolene creeping in the background is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't think the viewers really care, but like I don't care about the fucking viewers. Fuck them. I care.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave that part in.
Does this look good right here, though?
Yeah, the podcast has started.
I know, but I feel like you have more room than I do.
What are you talking about, Chick? That box is just on your shoulder, Chick.
I have a box on my shoulder?
Oh,
like, if you look
I
at
guess
my-
I guess I was taking into account the chair. I mean,
Hang on.
hold on. No, wait, you.
I'll just
you
scoot in.
What?
Can I just
Yeah,
scoot in?
you just scoot in. You got some scoot room. How's that look, Chick?
I feel like that's a lot.
And I can edit it too. I can crop it.
No, you can't. Your computer's fucked.
Oh, I'm gonna do it on my other fuck computer though. You know what I'm saying, Chick?
Yeah, I feel you check.
I think I could probably scoot it though too.
Yeah, I think that looks
I just
good.
normally scoot it the wrong way.
I want Jolene in.
Wrong way.
Oh, perfect. We're right back where we were.
That's good though, ain't it, Jack?
I think that looks pretty good. Also, I was...
Can you scoot in a bit more, Check?
I mean, I'd rather not.
Just a tiny titch, schmitch. You know what? Fuck Jolene.
Let's... I always scoot this way, and I need to scoot this way.
We're full fucking retard here.
Now it's too much, right?
Now I need to scoot in.
Okay.
But now we can see Jolene.
How's
You know,
that?
fuck it, let's just start the show.
Does that look good?
Yeah, sure.
Why do we do this every time?
Happens every time. Well, hey, and welcome to Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
Easy podcast.
I am Matty Daddy. No intro this time, folks. You know what that was?
Fireworks. It's 4th of July coming up.
Fireworks that aren't going to happen because I have no intro. Simonson, and I'm here with...
Jake, I feel like if I do an intro now, feel like that makes me look like I'm trying to be better than you, and I don't want to be better than you, because we're equals. The Midget Hilsebeck.
But let's be honest, you didn't have one to begin with.
Absolutely not.
Welcome to Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. Wow, lots of stuff to talk about on the 31st episode of Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
31st, 300th, whatever.
We're kind of slacking today.
Are we?
Yeah, normally we're running into problems, my internet's not working, no, my whole fucking computer ain't working, so we're not going to do any of the bullshit, hoorah, blabba jabba, nabba
The extracurriculars, you could say.
curriculars, yeah, exactly, you read my mind.
And also, your computer isn't not working. It's
Completely fucked.
absolutely shit the bed. Also, if anybody knows how to fix a critical process dying on a boot up on a PC,
Of course.
In the comment section, please.
Yeah, and I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Jake the Midget Hilsebeck for recommending that computer to me. So Jake, if you're listening, you're the man. I just realized my mic was...
I just wanted you to finish that.
I
Shout out to that person.
Yeah,
whoever
Jake
that is.
the Midget Hilsebeck, yeah. You know, real real cool guy, like, oh yeah, this computer will definitely fucking... been nothing but problems, but I mean, I'm sure he means well.
Well, to be fair...
And I hope he's doing well as well.
To be fair...
How many times can we say well? I'd like to throw him down a well! Go ahead.
To be fair, you gave me a $200 limit.
Me? You said me,
Yeah.
as in you.
No.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, you're right. To be fair, and I talked to him earlier today.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
He actually told me that you gave him like a $200 budget, Amazon only. Is that?
I don't remember the specs of the combo, but yeah.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I mean,
actually.
You wanted me to tell you that.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Did I say $200 budget though? Did I?
100%.
Okay. Well, you would know better than I would. I don't remember many conversations.
And
but I just want to clarify.
Also, he wanted me to tell you that not only that, but I believe he said that he specifically told you that there's not as much storage on it, but there's plenty of like RAM memory. So
Did he tell me that when I was under the influence though?
He didn't tell me that part. So that.
Well, you know what? Since you talk to him so much, you seem to be good buddies with this guy.
I mean,
Can you tell him something from me?
do a paper.
It's pretty short.
I might forget it though. So go ahead.
Tell me a short midget bitch, and I want to fuck his throat.
I mean, that's come up at least 6 times this week. So.
He's mentioned that I've said that before, or
No, he just
assumed.
I've told him.
Yeah, and I mean when I said, yeah.
Should we turn the light on?
Oh, this probably be a good idea.
Maybe we don't have to.
Bear with us.
Back at episode 1.
Anyways, like I was saying, the whole part about the fuck his throat thing, I mean that in the least homosexual way possible, of course. So make sure you add that. Hey, back with the echo.
I just wanted to make sure it looked good. Okay.
I'm gonna scoot up.
Did you need to read?
No, he's a fun guy.
He is a great guy.
Yeah, and the budget thing, the whole I was in a rush to do it because I snapped my laptop screen or whatever. Things happen, but
yeah.
So that's why the next laptop I buy, I really want to check it.
Sure. See, the problem is.
Yeah.
He told me this, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just. This isn't something I would say.
You guys talk a lot. I thought I was your best friend.
Nah, it's just something we run into each other a lot.
Oh, okay. Every time you find a mirror,
Not necessarily.
Mm.
Sometimes. Anyway, he also mentioned that, like under that budget, short timeline and Amazon only, that was the best he could do, and it wasn't even a name brand, but.
Let's. It's all water under the fridge. Let's move on to something else.
We got a lot of water under the fridge though, because I don't know about you, but I kick the ice out of there every time.
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
100%. I just want to clarify that my koozie it does not stand for cocksucker.
I mean.
So now that we got that out of the way, we got a lot of stuff to talk about on this podcast. I wrote some stuff down on my phone. So if you could just do some podcast banter while I look it up, that'd be great.
Fake podcast banter for the intro.
Still looking stuff up?
No, I'm.
Got anything else?
No, I'm. Carlos Mencia did that, so.
Yeah.
That was Tuesdays with
You're
Stories.
pretty good at that.
Sorry. I mean, that's like all.
Oh, that is Tuesdays with Stories, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you could do some more, I'm still looking for stuff here.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got some stuff.
I just came up with a bunch of stuff. Go ahead.
What's new?
Pussycat. Whoa.
No. What's new?
Like.
What's new? I haven't seen you in like 2 days.
Can you
now, I was pretty drunk, so I really don't qualify that as seeing you. What's been up in your life the last 7 days or so?
Well, I mean, I saw you. Oh, you're not counting that. You said.
Not counting that.
I finished up for the most part.
So we got some other stuff. You want to know what's new with me first? I guess that was pretty rude to ask you what's new and not to tell the viewers what's going on with me. Oh wait, do you have some other stuff?
I'm scared to talk because you might cut me off.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were finished.
I said one word. How could you?
I'm only joking, of course. This is a comedy podcast. Also informational, but continue.
You sure?
Yeah. If you could hurry the fuck up about it, though. I mean, we're on a...
I mean, I finished leveling a bunch of shit at a grove for a farmer. I found out if I flick off my youngest son, he'll do this back at me. So that's basically what I do at home.
With this finger.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing in the world. I'll go, hey, grow, and I'll do this, and he'll go. And I do it like 7 times.
How old is that son?
He actually just turned 3.
I was gonna guess 3.
Or a couple weeks ago.
And that makes sense because I didn't know if he was in on the joke or he was actually just trying to be like Dad.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's trying to be like Dad, but he's too fucking stupid. So actually, he's being just like Dad.
That checks out. Yeah.
Does it check out?
Like that. You know?
Guy.
I'm
Okay.
not your guy, friend.
Ask me.
What's new with you, Matty Daddy?
Do you want to know what's new with me?
Uh-oh.
Would you like to know what's new with me?
Well, yeah, we talked for 25 minutes on my way here, and I didn't get any information, so...
Yeah, so, well, I'm not talking about that yet.
No.
But,
No, I mean, like, we talked about nothing for the...
yeah, I mean, we do it all the time. But, so, a thing that happened yesterday, it really freaked me the fuck out. There's nothing more disgusting than meese, bro, right?
What's a meese?
It's the plural thing for mice, like goose, geese, mice, meese.
I'm pretty sure it's mouse or mice.
So, anyways, I fucking hate meese.
They didn't say of meeson, then.
I fucking hate meese.
If you say meese one more time, so help me God.
And so, my worst fear, my worst nightmare, some would say, became my reality yesterday.
Yeah.
When I was gonna, I work at Hog Sites. I have dumpsters there. I was gonna throw some shit in the back of my vehicle, throw them in the fucking dumpster, right?
Literal or figurative shit?
Figurative and literal.
Okay.
So I did that, but there was this fucking extension cord that was rolled. It's like a fucking thing. It's in a fucking thing.
Oh,
Anyways,
descriptive.
it shocked me. I plugged it in, it shocked me. I said, fuck you. I threw it on the ground, it broke. It had been sitting outside for like 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure this is how it happened anyways.
Okay.
Pretty sure a mouse got in there, was making his little fucking meese nest, and I threw it in the back of my vehicle. All of a sudden, I see this fucking big-ass mouse running around. And I almost had a fucking heart attack, dude. I'm like, in startlement.
Can you give with your hands, how big it was? That big of a mouse.
Oh, no, the fixture itself.
Okay, I was gonna say that's a bear and run.
No, the mouse size,
So it's a normal.
almost
field,
a midget penis.
normal field mouse.
Yeah, but it was a big field mouse. I mean, I've seen my fair share of field mice.
Pretty average.
Okay. But so he's running around and he's scared. He knows I'm scared. Like he wants to run out, but he sees me like so he's like, well, fuck, I should probably stay in here. But we're both freaking out at the same time. We're like mirroring each other with our fear.
Okay.
I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Fuck. This is my worst fear come to life. I always feared this day would come, but it was more terrifying than I could have ever even imagined.
Okay.
So my first thought is the only time I call on my dog, the only thing he's really good for is something scary. I grab him and he's the first line of defense.
Or when you're horny.
No.
Okay.
So I grab him,
Mm-hmm.
and at this point, the back of my vehicles. Don't let me forget that. I want to get into. I hate the word vehicle because I don't have a car. I don't have a truck. It's like a SUV.
A SUV.
A SUV. I want to call it a car, just for casual conversation, just to keep the conversation moving. I want to call it a car or a truck.
Do you want?
I hate when I have to say vehicle every time.
Do you want to unpack that part, or do you want to continue with the story?
Let's continue with the story and unpack it later.
Okay, mental note. I'll forget for sure.
Okay, so I leave the scenario to go grab my dog to I'm gonna just get in the vehicle and fucking hopefully scare the mouse out. It's at that.
Wasn't this at the hog site that this was all happening?
No, it's right.
Oh, it was
right in
there.
front of my door.
Okay.
It's parked right in front of my door.
Continue.
So that fucking 10, 15 seconds that I leave the scene, this is the fucking daunting part that stews in my brain. I don't know if the mouse ran out at that point. Because the mouse definitely looked like he wanted to run out, but he just seen my crazy ass and he's like, oh, I know it's on the other side of that fence.
And then you immediately turn to go inside.
I immediately turned to go inside and grab my dog
Right.
to scare him out.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, I don't know, he might have left my vehicle.
So this was in the back end of your
Yes,
vehicle.
yes.
An SUV that has the
Open the
hatch.
hitch.
The hatch.
Hitch.
Was it like up against the back seat, or was it more towards the edge? Or
Yeah, he's up against the back seat because I just threw the thing in there, and he's like, I had so much shit in my back, my vehicle's a mess.
Yeah.
So he's running back and forth. He's crazy. Like we were probably literally mirroring each other. So I go grab my dog, and this is what freaks me out. I don't know if he left at that point. But anyways, I get my dog, and then I don't see the motherfucker again.
But
So
you had a hole being chewed in your extension cord, correct?
yeah.
That was in your vehicle?
No, it was not in my vehicle.
Where was the
And
extension
I
cord?
don't think it was a hole. I think I had to shut the door on it or something, So I think life.
But it was in the vehicle, correct?
No, never.
No?
No.
Okay.
So the narrative you're going with incorrect.
What do you think I was going with?
That the mouse chewed a fucking hole through the extension cord.
Okay. See, because I was going to say, if that hole was on the extension cord in the car,
I might have had a mouse in there
I would
beforehand.
assume that it was already in there, and it's already had a nest made.
No, because when I threw the thing in there, I know mouse patterns. I know when meese freak out. And as soon as I threw it in there, he looked like I would have, say I'm a giant, and I picked up this house with me in there,
Yeah.
and I just threw it in the back of a giant vehicle.
Okay.
Well, then I would run out and be like, what the fuck's going on? Exact same way the mouse reacted. So I could tell just by how he was reacting that he came from inside that extension cord bundle. So, anyways, this is the whole
Excellent
point.
metaphor,
I don't want to fucking take 10 minutes.
That was
to
an
explain.
excellent metaphor, though.
Yeah, thank you. But basically, what happened then? I'm super disgusted and terrified by meese. I'm not afraid.
Say it again. I'm gonna rip my shirt off.
I'm not afraid of snakes or spiders or sharks or the dark, but fucking meese, bro. Enough! I was terrified. Just to wrap the story up, I cleaned my whole fucking vehicle. I'll show it to you after we get on podcast. That was awesome. But I cleaned my whole vehicle. It's cleaner than the first day I fucking got it. So that's how terrified I was. Haven't seen the fucker since. Set 2 bait stations up in my vehicle with bait in it.
I have one of those by my bed.
And where?
By my bed.
Yeah.
A bait station.
Yeah. See, I have a lot of them from work and shit. So I set up 2 of them, cleaned out my whole fucking vehicle. Something I had been avoiding doing for the last 9 months, and a fucking mouse made me do it. So that's what's new in me. I also had I'm on the verge of a 13-hour anxiety attack today. I drank 3 beers before I went to work. Not drunk or anything, but came home. You introduced me, Gesundheit. You introduced me to that David Cho was on Bobby Lee's podcast. Watch that. Emotional roller coaster. It's been a fun time.
Do you have a shirt?
You don't need one. You look better without one, honestly. Unless you get cold.
Just so hairy.
If you get cold, you want to see my chest? It'll probably make you feel worse because, I keep it.
You got that Manscaped lawnmower?
Yeah, 3.0. So we're going to give a send out to our sponsors at Manscaped Lawnmower. Actually, 4.0. And we'll be right back. Maybe I'll try and throw a Manscaped ad in there. But if not, Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
They just upgraded. They had the 3.0. Now it's 4.0.
They had the 3.0 and then they upgraded to the 4.0.
Yeah.
I guess it
Trim
trims your
up.
balls.
They got that 4K light on it, too.
Well, it doesn't trim your balls.
It
But
trims
it
everything.
trims the hair on your balls.
Yeah.
And apparently, if what this says is correct, no nicks.
No nicks.
Yeah, like New York Knicks,
Yeah.
they're not there.
None of them.
None of them.
No Nick Carter.
No Patrick Ewing.
Oh, you're just going to name all the Knicks.
No Carmelo Anthony. No Charles Oakley. No Marcus Camby. No Latrell Sprewell. And no Allen Houston.
Sure. Was that certain years? Roster?
Mainly the 1999 New York Knicks, mixed in, Carmelo was there in like 2013. And Ewing, his last year was, I don't know.
Something like
98 or something.
Sure.
Maybe after that, but his career had sloped, unlike our sponsor who has sloped in the right direction. And that being the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
Manscaped! Shave your balls!
Use code MDATM at checkout to get 10% off.
That's Manscaped promo code.
/ promo MDATM.
Just type in promo.
Just type in things.
These aren't real.
Oh, well, thanks to our sponsor at Manscaped. Oh, that's terrific. I certainly can't wait to get the Lawnmower 4.0.
Sure.
The 3.0 does wonders, but...
Also, fuck their boxers for not having a dick hole.
Yeah, I wore them yesterday, or today actually, and they kept... I'm not trying to shit on Manscaped. Here, we got another question. What's the biggest thing?
That's ever been in my mouth.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
I think I already know the answer.
It's not you.
It's your boy. No, it's kidding. What's the biggest thing bothering you in life right now?
Before I answer that,
Or if you need time to think about it, I could say what mine is.
Before I answer this, is this just what's the word I'm looking for?
It's the biggest thing in life bothering you right now.
Bothering me?
Yes, bothering you. Did I stutter? Clip it. I don't know.
It's not worth a clip it, but
No, it's
yeah, I
definitely
definitely need time.
I didn't know what else to say.
I definitely need time.
Do you want me to go first?
Please.
Okay. So, first of all, second of all, I'll start with two things. Second of all, meats in my goddamn vehicle. You've heard
to
of
tear my skin off.
You've heard of snakes on a plane, but what about meats in the vehicle? First thing,
Yep.
fucking dog hair.
I mean, that's your biggest thing every day.
100%.
If I know you like I think I know you, I'm pretty sure I could put, the biggest pain in your ass in front of you, and then a tiny pile of dog hair just off to the right, and you'd be like, not now, and then go to the dog hair.
You want to know the funniest thing about dog hair? I have a dog brush. I brush my dog. Tell me if you have to do this.
Brush my children? Yes, I
No,
do.
when you have socks on, and before you put your shoes on to go to work, do you have to put your feet over a garbage can and do this? Just so you don't have an inch thick layer of dog hair? I mean, don't get me wrong, extra padding, but let me go on further.
Also more heat.
I have to take out my garbage bag for my garbage once a week, and it's light as a feather. You know why?
It's all dog hair.
90% dog hair.
Sure.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay.
What's bothering you?
Um,
Besides me, of course.
you never bother me.
He's just saying
You're
that.
excellent.
Thanks.
What's bothering me right now?
Yeah, that was the question.
Honestly, for the last 2 or 3 days,
I mean, really tell me
No.
and the viewers what's bothering you.
I'm telling you right now.
Tell me. Tell us.
Well, currently,
Mm-hmm.
you won't let me fucking talk.
Go ahead for it. What's bothering you?
Honestly, for the last 2 or 3 days, however long.
Tell the viewers. No, I'm serious.
However long it's been,
Yeah.
I spend, I want to say, for every hour and a half of my time that I'm awake and, thinking,
Yep.
I want to say at least 20 minutes of it
Yep.
is how the fuck I can fix your computer, because it's really fucking bothering me that I couldn't figure it out that night.
That's what's bothering you?
Honestly.
You know, that...
I mean, my mind goes so quick between things to think about and do, and
Right.
my whole list of, your mind runs through shit throughout the day.
Oh, yeah. Many things.
I mean, mine goes from one to the next so goddamn fast I can't even say boo.
You know, that warms my heart. And who needs Blue Chew when you have compliments from a buddy like that just makes your dick rock hard?
Just super hard.
But I feel like something else is bothering you. I don't feel like you're being honest with the audience.
I mean...
And nothing that I know in specific, but I thought your phone was dead. You lying to me now?
That's still at 1%. You want me to show you?
Wow. No, that's impressive. Let me show. Let me see. I almost said, let me show you. Let you show me. Yeah, no. I just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything... I feel like something as minuscule as... I mean, of course, we're editing a fucking hit, video on it right now, and that my computers, we've ran into problems with that, not been able to edit, not been able to fucking post it, and all that shit. But that's really what's bothering you more than anything right now.
Right now, yeah.
If you're being honest, we can move on.
I mean, I think I am.
Okay.
Unless I moved on to the next thing without remembering it. Which happens a lot, ask my wife.
Alright, next question. Would you rather fuck your dad in the ass or get a blowjob from your mom?
I mean, these questions are all over the place.
I know, they asked me if I wanted to replace Barbara Walters on 2020. I'm like, can't. Got a hit podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget.
It's a podcast.
Podcast.
What is...
Code MDATM.
I'm very confused at what that had to do with what we're talking about.
So fuck your dad in the ass
Okay.
or get a blowjob from your mom.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna take the blowjob, right?
That's what Mark Norman took.
Sure.
Simon Rex, I completely stole that from his podcast.
Sure.
So I thought it was a good question. He asked Mark Norman, and he says, blowjob from my mom. He said it right away. Simon Rex is like, wow, I really thought I was going to stump you with that.
I wanted
and Norman's like, are you kidding me? I think about my mom blowing me 3 times a day.
I mean, at least twice.
Yeah, 2.5. Give it a
But
halfie.
I wanted to answer immediately, but I'm like, I don't want to sound weird if I'm wrong.
You did answer it immediately.
I mean, I gave it a little bit of thought.
Not much.
But most of that thinking was like, am I going to sound really bad if I
Well,
say this?
the fact that you give more thought into fixing my computer than you do your mom blowing you,
Sure.
I would say you didn't give it much of a thought.
If my mom blowing me fixed your computer, I wouldn't be here right now.
Oh, God. We've come full circle.
Yeah.
I'd like to...
Not a square, but a circle.
Speaking of squares... Just to come full circle again, Carly Sandstone's head looks like a square. I'd do the same. I couldn't fuck my dad in the ass.
No, that's too aggressive.
I definitely don't want a blowjob from my mom.
Well, obviously.
But I could not fuck my dad in the
No,
ass.
and honestly, I feel like the penetration of the anal intercourse is way, like on a different fucking spectrum than blowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think, the thing that really keeps me up at night thinking about that question is I feel like it would be a lengthy process.
The process.
I feel like Mike Tyson. I feel like it'd be a lengthy process. No matter what.
Sure.
Just because maybe I'll get some Blue Chew. That would help. But it'd be hard to be hard fucking my parents.
Nice.
Yeah. Use code MDATM. 25% off your next
Also, what I was
purchase
thinking
Blue Chew.
was, my phone just died. What I was thinking was, like, on your list of people you've had sex with, I say people for a reason. Like, do you put the chicks that you got blowjobs from on there?
No,
Exactly.
That's in a different category.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't count.
I'm going to say something controversial right now.
Ooh, rock the boat, baby.
I'm not sure. I'd have to check the stats. But I think I've got more like individual blowjobs from chicks than I have actually had sex with chicks.
I think that's the exact opposite as me.
Well, because I know that...
Also, you were gonna check. You said you have to check the stats. I think actually ESPN posted it a couple hours ago. If you want to look at it.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be damned. I just know there's certain chicks that I only got a blowjob from that I never fucked. And I don't know that there's many chicks that I fucked and didn't get a blowjob from as well.
Yeah.
I know there's a few. I'll have to check the stats, honestly. But isn't that weird? Isn't that weird to get a blowjob from a chick and you haven't fucked her? It's like, it's kind of a...
Not really.
Well, it's kind of like
I
a...
feel like that's step one.
Well, it's like a one-sided kind of thing. It's like, yeah, you do me, I don't care about you. I mean,
Sure.
which is right up my alley.
How many times have you fingered or eaten out a woman? I say woman because,
Right.
I feel like as a podcaster I should be able to say that.
I got you check.
I should have to say that so people know.
Yep.
What did I say?
Nothing against gays. How many times have I fingered a woman?
Oh, fingered or eaten out a woman
Yep.
and had absolutely, like, she didn't even realize you had a penis.
You know, it hasn't happened very too often, Check, because I'm pretty selfish.
Sure.
Like, I'm the type of guy, if I was gay, I would be the first one to get a blowjob. And depending on if I ejaculated or not, so say I did
Okay.
ejaculate,
Sure.
we might just be done. But,
I mean, I feel like eating out a girl and you getting a blowjob is 100% the same situation as if you were gay and you got blown first. So I don't understand why you started there.
I don't understand either.
Continue on.
No, there's honestly probably more. That honestly hasn't happened that much with me, but back in the day, there was quite a few girls that I at least played with their titties and twisted their nipples.
Yeah, that's not the question.
Well, then, not many. I don't think any.
Less than 5?
It's like 0.
Oh,
I think.
0.
Yeah.
I want to say there's at least 3 I can think of.
Well, that's just because you got to push to the finish line, and apparently that was a problem of yours.
Yeah, not a closer.
But when you get to the finish line, of course, you have no problem celebrating in the end zone, if you know what I mean.
No.
You didn't pull out.
Oh, yeah.
You have 17 children.
I couldn't pull out of a fucking
Driveway.
parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. I like the question, though. I'm just the rare case where, I think that would have been a good question to like anyone but me. But
Not necessarily.
well, I'm the rare case where it just doesn't apply. for
I might be the
whatever reason.
minority here because
Maybe you are.
I was so.
let us know in the comment section.
I was so.
Giving,
No, not that even.
retarded,
Closer.
gay.
You're almost there.
I was about to say something
Non-confrontational.
non-confrontational. Yeah, that's a hard one to guess.
Like, I've said this numerous times.
100%.
Me and my wife could be out eating dinner somewhere, and some dude could just walk up and punch her in the face.
I thought you were gonna say slap her on the ass.
No, or that, even that.
Okay.
And
Either one.
I would just continue eating.
Yeah.
I saw what he did to you. I don't want that.
Do you think that is because How long have you been married?
I should know this off the top of my head.
7. Yeah, it's been a while, right?
7 or 8.
Thanks for the invite to the wedding, by the way. But so you've been married a while, and normally, I mean, I've never been married, but what I hear word around the old dusty block, a little birdie, is that you kind of stop giving a shit once you're married, and you care about other things, but like your wife, she just becomes the old bag. And I mean, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth or anything, but do you think that's just because do you stop caring as much once you get married? I guess that's what I'm asking.
I mean, if I'm being completely honest,
Sure.
I didn't care too much anyway, like from the beginning.
Yikes.
So it pretty much just flatlined since.
Your
Stayed the
wife
same.
Your
Same
wife would
pace.
love to hear this podcast. Do you think she knows that, or would this be breaking news?
I think she'd probably say the same thing without me even prompting it.
So you're just comfortable. You guys are both comfortable in your own skin.
I get very comfortable in situations, and I just don't give much effort more than that.
All right, 4th question. If you had to trade skin with your wife for a day, like take off her skin off her body, take off your skin off your body, fucking swap.
Okay, but I have more questions.
No questions. What's the first thing you would do?
Are you saying like it's just the skin
It's your body.
Like my tummy and my tiny little titties.
It's all your
With
body.
her skin on top of it?
Yeah, it's all your body. We're gonna take your skin off. We're gonna put it on just her body. We're gonna take her skin off and put it on just your body.
I am.
First of all, I got a question. Who's taller, you or your wife?
I am like 2 or 3 inches taller.
Hell yeah! Praise Allah. Okay.
Absolutely flabbergasted at the sheer thought of what the fuck you just created.
Dude, first of all, I didn't write that question down. That was a spur of the moment thing.
No, I'm picturing me with her skin over top of my body.
It's a terrifying image. Terrifying thought.
And the danglingness of parts.
Right, but you're taller, so it'd be pretty tight on your body.
I mean,
You'd have some flabby titties, probably.
I would have, I would have skin dangling from where my titties are. And I would have skin dangling from my ass because I apparently a few years ago just laughed my ass off because it's gone.
Right.
I have no ass.
But you said you're 2 inches taller, so it'd be tighter. I think you'd have titties where your titties are. Maybe they'd be up a bit higher, maybe up a bit, or a little lower.
See, but what I think is...
And you would have an ass.
If it was tighter, but like one section in the middle was like protruding at some point, it would still be dangling, kinda.
It would be disproportionate, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's an odd thing to picture.
But if you had to picture it, if you had to go through it, first thing you would do, and go.
First thing I would do...
Yep.
Trade her back? This is ridiculous. And I look like a fucking troll.
No trade backs. You have to spend at least a day in your significant other's bodysuit.
So don't call it a bodysuit, because I just got like chills.
And also calling Ghostbusters is not an option. But now you have a vagina.
Okay, but you said it was still like my parts and everything, but...
But there's still a hole, it just might...
My dick would
You might
just fall
just be
out
able
the
to
hole.
poke your liver or something.
No, my dick would fall out the hole, because if you take the skin off a dick, it's still there.
Right. So...
You see my problems?
Yeah, but would you jerk your dick off through your wife's vagina? Is what I'm trying to say.
No, because 90% of the vagina isn't skin, it's...
Would you jerk your skinless dick off through your wife's vagina? Because, of course, it'd just be more comfortable if you slipped your dick through your wife's vagina, if you were wearing your wife's skin as a suit.
Okay.
Would you jerk your skinless dick off through your wife's vagina? I mean, it's a pretty simple question.
Honest to God, no. 90% of your nerve endings are like on the tip of the skin, and it would really be... Have you ever had like an open wound that you touched? It doesn't feel good.
I love it.
That says something about you.
No, I'd have to agree with you, though. You know, that was a hard question. You gave it a hard answer. I'd have to agree.
I do everything hard.
Speaking of hard, no, we already did Blue Chew.
Yep.
What's going on here? Okay, so it's a good episode, I think. Also, I just wanted to suckle on your nipples right now. What's your biggest celebrity crush right now?
Right now?
Right now.
Currently.
Yeah. So that takes in age into, so we're not like,
Naturally.
oh, Brittany when she was 16, I'd fuck the shit out of her no matter what age I am. No. It has to be.
Before we continue.
No, I wasn't saying that.
Before we continue.
Yeah.
Free Britney. Continue.
Free Brittany, of course, hashtag stop Asian hate.
And have an excellent day to everybody but Brittany's dad.
Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter. Jerk your dick off, your skinless
Matters.
dick through your wife's vagina.
Sure.
Biggest celebrity crush.
Biggest celebrity crush right now.
Right now. Wait. Right now? Yeah.
See, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, I mean, I've gone through so many.
I didn't even think of an answer of my own. So
in my days.
Right.
I mean, Ariana Grande is gorgeous.
Is she 18 yet?
She is like maybe a year, if that, younger than us.
Ariana? Oh, I was thinking of Selena Gomez.
And she is also the same age as us.
No way. Huh.
Yep.
Let's go to a different question because I forgot I had this one on here.
Sure. I'm here for you.
And then this will help us answer this question though.
Transition.
Yeah, transition from a man to a woman. What's your top 5 hottest chicks of all time? This is no, like, does she have to be a celebrity? Does she have to be a chick in real life? No parameters. Top 5 hottest chicks of all time, and that can be including chicks we know. Let's hear the words out of your mouth, soothe our sexy little souls, and go. I know I'm asking hard questions that it takes time to.
Do you know how many women there are in the world?
1 second.
I agree. First of all, I agree. Oh, was that?
That was the chair.
Okay. God, that's tough, dude. Is that pretty bad? I got nothing.
Here, get down here. Nice.
I really don't have anything.
Really?
Swear to God.
There's no airflow in here either. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't smell anything.
I might have sucked it all into my nostrils. Fuck.
You stole it.
So, top 5 hottest chicks of all time. That can include porn stars. That can include celebrities. That can include people we know.
I have trouble with the term all time.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I thought certain chicks were hotter when I was younger.
Let's do this.
You know what I mean?
To answer this question, well, that's fine. You know, they're older now, right? So, let's do this. Who's the hottest chick of all time to you?
To me.
And if you want to be a sellout and say your wife, I think we'd all understand.
She doesn't watch the podcast.
Alright,
She's
so fuck.
definitely not on the list.
Fuck her. And when I say that, I mean, all due respect, in case she is watching, I think she's a lovely lady.
I actually did a couple hours ago.
Same here.
I didn't see you.
Yeah.
It must have been, like, traffic.
I was wearing that thing from the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The cloak.
Now that you say that, I did think I saw, like a shimmer in the corner.
Well, didn't you feel that finger in your butt?
Yeah, but I thought that was her.
When has she ever stuck a finger in your butt before?
A couple times.
Alright.
Within the first year of us dating, actually.
Alright then. Are you being honest?
You want to unpack that, or?
No, let's...
I'm being 100% honest.
Alright, yeah, let's unpack that.
She was super hammered.
You've had okay. Well, that basically unpacked it. That's basically all you had to say.
Okay.
I had... What?
What?
Lube or no lube?
We were drinking. I went to bed.
What the fuck?
Were
you awake when this happened?
Let me finish. I went to bed. She continued drinking because her sister came over or something like that, and we were just sitting there at our house drinking, and hanging out. Apparently, I went to bed. Her sister left, and I woke up to her blowing me, and within 30 seconds of me waking up to her blowing me, she penetrated my asshole with her finger.
So that's why you married her. That completely makes sense. Thanks for an invite to the wedding. Are you sure it wasn't her sister?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you woke up to her blowing you.
Mm-hmm. Like, super cool, right?
Were you awake when the finger entered your asshole?
Mm-hmm. Shortly after I came to.
Did you ask for it?
No, but it was fine.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Sure.
I'm at a loss for words, Check.
It is what it is.
You can call me Check if you want to, Check.
That's okay.
Okay. I don't know what to say. What the fuck? So top 5 hottest women of all time.
Sure.
That. Hold on. That deserves a.
Okay.
I got the toots.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I would have to.
Ooh, that's a bad one too.
See, and this does actually include my wife in it because.
Well, I mean, after
No.
hearing that story, I'm about to include your wife into mine.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. I meant, like, for me personally, a woman is, I don't want to say, like, an exaggerated number, but, like, I want to say at least 1.5 to 2 times hotter
Yeah.
if she can sing.
Okay.
Like, well.
Kind of gay, but alright. No, I met a hot woman who could sing one time.
Yeah, and see, if that's the case...
Well, the fact that she could sing made her hotter, to me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Literally exactly what I just said, but apparently that's gay.
No, I just had to work it through my own fucked up brain. Sorry, I'm just...
I mean,
Make a
there's
lot of
just so
sense.
many noises coming from you. It's like, excellent.
Sorry.
So, I want to put,
You're funny.
in my current opinion of women, I want to say, I want to say Ariana's on that too. I want to
Damn.
say,
Check?
no.
Okay.
I want to put, mid-20s Layla Starr on that list.
You son of a bitch.
I want to
You
put,
son of a bitch.
what? What?
You know that's my girl.
We can't have same opinions?
You know what? After that butthole story, I almost put your wife on my list, but I'm like, no, I will not, because I have respect for my friend.
I mean,
You just threw that trust out the window.
No, it's
you ripped
fine.
it in half, you spit on it, you threw it on the ground, and you stomped on it. Then you set it on fire right in front of my own face.
You can-
know how that makes me feel?
You can put
like
her on
a
your
piece
list.
of shit.
you can put her 6th man of the year if you want. I don't care.
6? She's number 1! What are you talking about? Continue.
Let's be honest here.
The disrespect.
There's absolutely no way you're putting my wife above mid-20s Layla Starr.
No, I was talking about Leela Starr I was putting number 1.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't put your wife number 1. I have respect. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I think Aretha Franklin did a song on it. What was I gonna say?
Kylie Minaj, number 2.
Uh-uh.
Here, let me help you out with this. What would you put Nada Lee on there?
Ooh, I completely forgot about her. Absolutely.
She would be your top 5?
She would definitely be in my
So
top
who do you got?
five.
You
She
got-
is perfect.
You got 2 there, right? Adriana Chichek,
No.
or your wife. So you got 3.
No, I got
So
Ariana
Adriana
Grande.
Chichek, your wife,
No.
and Natalie.
No.
Okay, continue.
I got Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande, like I said, your wife.
Nope. 20s.
Adriana Chichek.
20s Layla Starr.
Oh yeah,
And
your wife.
that.
Your wife's on there, though, right?
I didn't put her on there.
I thought you said I have to throw it. My wife.
I meant like she is more attractive to me because she can sing.
So honorable mentions, your wife.
No, I was just explaining why I have Ariana on there so high. Because she can sing amazing as well.
All right. So Ariana,
Mid-20s.
late or early 20s, like 20.
I'm thinking like 22, 24.
She went through a lot of plastic surgery after,
ruined everything,
you know, fuck, she's...
Am I just now getting your fart smell? I can taste it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So Ariana Chichek,
Nope.
Leela Starr,
Yep.
20-year-old Leela Starr, and Natalie.
Yes.
So let's just do top three.
That's
Otherwise we're gonna be doing
That's
this a
fair.
while. We're gonna be doing this a while. Otherwise, okay. For me, I'm just gonna make this quick. You took forever. I mean, I'm not trying to do it.
Well, you caught me off guard. You had all
I'm
day
not trying to do a
this.
David Chill podcast.
You have all... Go ahead.
I have to also throw 20-year-old Leela Starr. Definitely not any younger than that on there. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You son of a bitch. I'm gonna throw a name in there, and you're not gonna know it, and hopefully you don't look it up, because I've in all the years that we've been doing Instagram Horror of the Week, which is one. It's almost coming up on our 1-year anniversary of doing Maddie and the Midget podcast. But I've never brought this girl up to you because, like, I got jealous over Leela Starr. I will also get jealous of this one. So hopefully you do not remember me saying this.
You actually have talked about this woman.
Yeah, I've talked about her and not said her name.
At least 6 different scenarios. You brought this woman up and talked about her, and 100% would not tell me who it is.
Yeah.
It kind of bums me out. I thought
So I still not. I might just have to say her initials.
I think you should say the whole thing.
See, just the thought of you jerking off to her makes me want to slit my own throat. And that's not an exaggeration or an expression. It's the truth.
What if I told you that if you say the whole name, I promise not to masturbate to this woman without your consent?
So what?
I won't even touch my penis.
No, I don't. If I tell you this name, I might
I'm just curious.
I might have to cut your penis off before you leave my house.
I mean, that seems like...
You're right. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. See, not only do you not know this, no one knows this.
This is a well-kept secret.
Oh, dude, it's the most well-kept secret that I have, probably.
I doubt that.
I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to move on very quick. And there can't be any questions asked. And honestly, if you want to remember it, because you won't, you'll have to watch this podcast again.
We'll see.
So Veronica Bielek. And then 3, I would have to... That's a hard one when it comes to 3. I don't know. We're crunched for time, so let me just throw in Lupe Fuentes, after she got a dead job. So here we got another question here.
Hang on.
Yep. No. Yep. Okay.
So 2 out of 3 of your hottest are porn stars.
If I thought about it longer, I could... I'm still happy with it.
Okay, that's fair. Just says a lot about you is all.
What are you talking about? There's no hot celebrities, really. What do you mean? Like, is that a fart?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your favorite podcast right now? Your favorite podcast to listen to? Right now. It doesn't have to be of all time. Just
Sure. No.
What are you really into right now?
Now, follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
Is that... Are you saying, like, my favorite one that, like, once I'm actually playing and listening to it, it's my favorite, or the one I look forward to the most each week?
What I'm saying is over the last 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, what podcasts, not that you've been eager to watch, but what podcasts have you listened to that you're like, wow, this has been really delightful over the span of the last 3 weeks to a month,
Sure.
whatever.
Sure.
So let's say a month. Over the last month, what podcasts have you been delighted to hear every time? It's not your favorite. Just what podcast has really impressed you lately?
Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, you said?
Let's make it a month.
Okay. Honestly, over the last month, it hasn't been... like, this latest episode of Tiger Belly was probably...
Phenomenal.
The most entertaining and...
Phenomenal.
The most I've actually, like, you know how... Well, you watch them on YouTube every time. Most of the time, but most of the time I'm like working in a machine or something, and I just have headphones listening to every episode.
See, I can do that on YouTube too, though, because I have YouTube Premium.
Right, because you a bougie ass motherfucker, but you can't go to the fucking
Bad and bougie.
but your water bottle, sick water. Anyway, moving on. But that's
That kind of hurt.
like the weeks prior to that weren't as entertaining. But when I have my headphones on listening to podcasts, sometimes I catch myself like I'm working and I drift away from the podcast and I don't really hear what's just said. Also, that's my ADHD. I could read fucking 3 paragraphs and not remember what the fuck I just read.
Get on with it, jackass!
Do you want entertainment?
No, I was just trying to treat you to what it would be like to be a stand-up comedian, and you're making like a 10-second or a minute long answer. You're stretching that to like 5. So I'm just trying to give you a little bit.
Get on with it!
Remember from Tenacious D?
No.
When Kyle Gass is training Jack Black, and he's like, and he's have the glass bottle sitting in his head. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh, right. Sometimes
You were blabbing on about. Well, sometimes I hear.
I remember now. Can I get on with it?
Please do. Fuck. You're putting the viewers to sleep.
Every episode I listen to on my headphones, there's parts of it where I drift away and I don't hear it. I don't remember what was said. But this episode of Tiger Belly I heard every word. I listened to every word.
That speaks to David Cho's brilliance. Is that where you're going with, though?
No.
Because David Cho is able to make you laugh, make you cry all within an hour, and he wants to keep on going with it, and you want him to keep on going
Right.
with it. Yeah.
But no, basically I was saying if I was going just by this week so far, that would be my pick.
That was the question.
But, no it wasn't. It was last
Or
month.
no, that was not the question.
Okay. But over the last month, the episodes that I enjoyed the most of a podcast, I'd probably say Tim Dillon's, honestly. They've been excellent this last couple of weeks.
Good answer. Good answer. I'm glad we could finally. That was like fucking pulling teeth. But I'm gonna go with a quick. I'm gonna go with a quick answer. I'm just gonna say Giannis Papas. That's all it took.
I mean,
he's been very entertaining. I especially love Tim Dillon's Father's Day episode. Great, one of the greatest episodes I've heard.
Dude.
The last episode, it was okay. I don't like as much when he interviews people. I like when he just kind of riffs with Ben.
To me, when he interviews people, it's actually like a 20-minute podcast to me. I don't listen to those.
I listen to him, but I enjoy Tim Dillon so much that just him by himself is more entertaining to me.
Tim got my mom.
Tim got my man. And Giannis Papas, you know what's the Dallas?
What's the deal?
And if you don't know what's the Dallas, check it out. I'd say Giannis Papas.
What's the deal with those nose hairs?
Yeah, you see how I did that though? Answer that question.
Can you fuck off?
So here we're gonna get into a fuck, marry, kill segment where you have some questions that we're both gonna answer, but I just want to plug Mdatm Films real quick. On the YouTube account MattyA316, which you're currently on if you're watching this, most likely. There's a great brand called Mdatm Films putting out some great fucking content right now. I suggest you give them a check.
Good dudes.
Give them a listen.
Good dudes,
Check. And it's good stuff. And if you don't like it, well, then you can watch something else. So before we get to fuck, marry, kill, I told you, I packed a bag and I was all fucking... We're going to go through this pretty quick because it's kind of embarrassing.
I've been looking forward to the story for like an hour and a half.
My mental health has been deteriorating all day. Actually, the last couple months.
You should,
but especially today.
You should look into BetterHelp.
Which brings us to our next sponsor. No, yeah, you're right. I need to do something. But that's not the point. So, I've been listening to Charlie Sheen shit, and then that threw me into the Simon Rex podcast, which I just discovered for the first time. Yada, yada, yada. And then my good friend Jake the Midget Hilsbeck over here, he told me about Tiger Belly, which had one of my favorite people on earth, David Cho, on the show, today, and he did what he normally does. He tries to make it the show, which I love.
Podcast
because it is literally a roller coaster of emotions every time he's on a podcast. You're most definitely gonna cry. You're gonna laugh your ass off. It's nuts. So I was listening to that, I should say, and I was in the shower listening to it, and I kept getting interrupted by alarm calls and shit. And I'm like, who the fuck's calling me? And I thought it was you. I almost hopped out of the shower one time. But so anyway,
you hop out of the shower to answer my phone call?
I would for you, yes.
That's fucking love.
Yeah, I almost did, but I'm like, I literally just got in here, so I'm gonna have to call him back. But I showered really fast, thinking it was you who called me.
You skipped the jerk off.
Yeah, I skipped that completely. I did still stick a finger in the butt, but I mean that's kind of tradition.
My wife was here?
Well, we'll talk about that later. But then, so I got dressed, I got downstairs, I'm listening to it, and then another motherfucking phone call I get, and this motherfucker says it's from Montana. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, been getting all these weird phone calls all day. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna answer it.
Is your car's extended warranty up?
It's funny you should say that because it's kind of the same deal.
Okay.
But no, it was a call. It was a robotic voice, like the extended warranty, you know, that you're talking about. And it said I had a warrant for my arrest. And if I disregard this message, and I couldn't talk to it, it was a robot. But it said if I disregard this message, that the warrant will like take place like at that second.
Okay. What else did it say?
Some other fucking blah blah gibber bullshit.
Probably should have listened to that.
Well, I did listen to it, but it didn't mean anything.
They weren't saying like...
And it was from Montana. I've never even been to Montana.
Right. See, what I'm thinking is that other gibberish you're speaking of might have been like, if you disregard this, it takes effect. If you don't disregard this, click this button and send us your amount that you owe.
It might have said something like that. I don't know. My head was going crazy. But this is what happened. So like, it didn't give me an option to like say anything. You know, it's like if you disregard this, but it didn't, or maybe it did. I don't remember. So I hung up the phone after the robot was done talking. I'm like, I kind of got sketched out because you know I was going through an emotional roller coaster all day. I'm like, this would be the time, like, even though I do nothing wrong, you know, this would be the time they put a warrant out for my arrest. And so I tried to call the number back.
Sure.
And, you know, to see if there's someone I could talk to. Like, I just got this message, what the fuck's going on? And it took, like, forever to ring, and then it's like, this number cannot be dialed, or whatever. And it sounded exactly like your car's extended warranty. It sounded exactly like that message.
Right.
But so I was kind of freaking out. I threw some shit in the bag, you know, I threw 2 pairs of socks, 2 things of underwear, some deodorant, $5,000 in cash, just kidding, and a bunch of shit in a bag.
Right.
And I'm like, if I need to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but then the crazy thing of it.
I'm still blown away by the fact that you have underwear and socks and are about to go on the run if need be, and you still bring deodorant. You're going to be on the... What's the point?
You know, like, I don't get laid, but I still trim my ball hairs.
Sure, because there's always the off chance
Off chance.
that you could get laid.
Yeah, well, same
What
with
are the
other-
off chances that you need to smell good?
No, my pits sweat.
Okay.
So, you know, like, it's not
not
even
a-
for anyone else.
It's an
just-
irritation thing that the sweat bothers you.
well, even when I put deodorant on, my pits still fucking sweat, so that's not the point, but, like, at least it's good smelling sweat.
It's gone. Like, I was starting...
Remember when I texted you and I said you ever taste your armpit
No, yeah.
sweat?
I was following, and then you said it still happens regardless, and back off. I lost you again. Can we go on with the story? Get
Yeah.
on with it.
This is the point.
Because I have some...
No, this is why I didn't want to tell the story, because then I called a buddy, I'm like, and my buddy Jake, shout out Jake, not you, but he's
friends?
a smart guy.
Other than me, that's
Yeah, I have several.
That's seriously bothering.
And I fucking, I'm like, hey, you're a smart guy.
You know how many of my friends are named Matt?
Not a lot.
Just you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't know him before you because we've known each other since we were 5, but I've been better friends with him longer than I've been. Now me and you are better friends, so I just want to throw that out there. But still, he's a smart guy.
Unfriend him.
I was gonna fucking call you, but I feel like I had been blowing up your shit, and I didn't want to tell you. But this is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Skip the fact that I was talking to him, asking him questions. I'm thinking, how awesome would it be for this podcast if we were doing this podcast and cops broke in the door and arrested me on film? That's why I told you the whole thing, like pull the card out, fucking put the thing in your pocket, and upload this podcast.
Content gold.
Content gold! So after a while, like, I almost wanted to get arrested on the podcast.
Great bit if we want to just roll with it.
Great fucking
I know
bit.
a few cops.
Dude, that would...
We can cut this out if we want to actually roll with that.
No, let's not cut it out. I mean, you know, it's But so I called him. I'm like, dude, I got a dumb question for a smart guy. You're a smart guy. Answer my dumb question. And that's exactly how I started. I'm like, you know those fucking extended warranty calls you get about your fucking vehicle and shit? Like, I feel like I just got one of those, but it said I had a warrant out for my arrest and yada yada yada. And then I was kind of freaking out, dude, because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
100%.
I'm dumb.
Yeah.
But so yeah, he's like, I won't worry. You know, he said he had heard of a call to that magnitude, and it's just scammers trying to get your fucking credit card number and yada yada yada. Almost fell for it. Never again. But so then I was less worried about it. But you know, the fact that I still packed a bag, I still have the bag. The reason my shoes are right there and my hat is right there is in case I need to grab the bag, grab my shoes, grab my hat, and run out that fucking door. So quickly, what are your thoughts on that? And then let's get to the
My thoughts are just one.
I think I kind of fantasized about it just because I'm like, how fucking cool would it be?
Totally understand that.
If I got arrested on the podcast,
because that would be the best thing ever.
Dude, yeah. If I spent 2 years in prison,
Worth it.
Even though I've never done anything,
Worth it.
How good would our podcast be when I got out?
Well, I mean, we could probably do like Zooms, couldn't we?
Because look, right now we're lucky if we get 25 views of podcasts.
That's a lot.
We're lucky if in the future we get 250 views on the podcast.
That will never happen.
We're super lucky if we ever get 2,500 views on the podcast. Imagine 25,000. Imagine 250,000.
We're gonna keep.
You know,
this.
we aim for greatness here at Mdatm.
Sure.
And we want 25 billion views on the podcast. Well, we're not just looking for views on the Earth. We're looking for views in the galaxy. Because that's how much we believe in this podcast.
Is that why the aliens are here?
Yeah, they're here to check out the Mdatm podcast.
I knew it.
Tell all their friends about it. It's going to be intergalactic within 2 years. Mark my word.
Who's Mark?
Mark Normand. Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Norman is your word?
Sure.
Sure. So my only comment, more of a question.
Okay.
Did at any point between, honestly, from the phone call until now,
Yeah.
at any point did you go, I'm going to go on Google and search for, is there a warranty or a warrant scam?
No, because I almost thought Google got me into that issue. Because another quick story, I got a text this week from a weird number, and it's like, hey, I'll just read the text real quick. It's real fresh. It happened this week. But I'm like, what's going on here? You know? Because of this text and then that call that I have a warrant. I think I deleted it, you know, because it freaked me out. But it's like, hey, babe, love to get to know ya. And it had like emojis with like kissy faces. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? Is not a real person. Like, it was
Automated.
I'm like, man, these these fucking generic fucking porn sites are really, I don't know.
Oh yeah, they'll get you.
Yeah.
And
Turn my location off every now and again.
but I mean, sure.
So I was
But
confused.
there's a very good chance,
Yeah.
because I mean I haven't looked into this, but
My phone has an STD.
No. I'm sure, like, if you search for that right now, there's a pretty good chance the top 5 results are current scams right now, and they're all talking about a warranty one.
Wow.
Or a warrant one. Well, I can say a warranty.
Well, your car's extended warranty, that's why.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why. But yeah, no, I guarantee that's just a scammer.
So am I stupid for almost falling for that?
I
gotta tell you another thing off air that you're really gonna laugh about, but I definitely can't say it on camera.
don't want to call you stupid.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
why I didn't even want to bring it up.
But you are.
Yeah, I know. And if once I tell you this other thing, you're gonna think I'm really stupid. But it's gonna have to wait because, you know, the whole time when that was happening, I was thinking, why didn't I just get ExpressVPN, who's a sponsor on this show? So stay tuned to this quick message from our sponsor at ExpressVPN.
Wow.
ExpressVPN.
ExpressVPN.
What is ExpressVPN?
Well, let me tell you.
Yes.
The internet, the government, anybody can see what you're doing. Even if, you know how Google has the incognito mode?
By golly, I don't like that. And yes.
Yeah. See, even if you use that, your internet service provider can still see the websites you look at.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to G.
Wow.
So, what you need to do to completely cover your bases is to get a VPN. And the VPN I use is ExpressVPN.
Well, what is a VPN?
A VPN is a virtual private network.
Is that what it stands for?
It basically
Wow!
takes your location, throws it out, and you can pick where you want it to say where you're at. Changes your IP address and everything.
Oh my god, so you're telling me if I'm looking at Asian schoolgirl porn at my house, which I never would, but you're saying if I was, hypothetically speaking,
Sure.
no one would know.
Absolutely not.
What?
Completely hidden. And
Wow.
also, did you know
No, please tell.
that Netflix
Yeah.
has shows that are only available in certain places?
You mean they're not available in all places?
There's shows in the Canadian Netflix that aren't available in the American.
Oh my gee.
Crazy, right?
So you're telling me with a VPN, you can access all these shows?
With ExpressVPN,
ExpressVPN.
you can
in
change
specific.
your location to Toronto,
Oh my god.
and you'll get all of the shows that are only available to Canadians.
Well, you know, hearing you say all that, I don't know why anyone wouldn't get ExpressVPN.
I use it on my router and on my phone.
Well, I think we have some good news for the MDATM viewers out there. Because I believe if you go to expressvpn.net /MDATM and you use the code MattyDaddy at checkout,
They didn't tell you.
Oh.
The promo code is they changed it. Our promo code is Asian Schoolgirl.
wow. If you use the promo code Asian Schoolgirl at checkout, I believe that's 10% off your first month.
They didn't tell you. You get your first 3 months free.
I believe if you use the code Asian Schoolgirl, your first 3 months are free. That's expressvpn.net /MDATM. Buy it now.
And if you actually want ExpressVPN, do .com.
Okay.
But for this promo code, expressvpn.net /MDATM, promo code Asian Schoolgirl.
And thanks to ExpressVPN for being a sponsor on this show. We're
Thanks,
back.
guys.
Matty Daddy and the Midget. Back better than ever. And we got some fuck, marry, kills. Let's get right to it. How many we got? 2?
I have 4 if you want to.
Okay, 4. Let's do them.
I actually have a 5th too if we need to.
Fuck it. You should have said 5 to begin with. I asked you
5.
how many there was. You said 4. And you're
I wrote
actually
down
like,
4.
I actually have 5.
I wrote down 4, but I just thought of one in my head.
Okay. That's fine.
Should we?
Let's do the first one.
The first one
Yeah.
is these are all like there's like categories to these.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all battles of a certain like situation or a certain what's the word I look for type type category.
Genre.
Yes, sure. So the first one I have is the battle of Will Ferrell's characters.
Okay.
Fuck, marry,
I don't
kill.
want to fuck, marry,
Stop.
or kill any of them.
Fuck,
but
marry,
okay.
kill.
That's the point of this game.
Buddy the Elf, Ron Burgundy, and I, for some reason, can't remember his name in Step Brothers.
Dale.
He was
No,
Dale?
no, he was the other one.
Yeah. That's where I was struggling.
Brennan.
Thank you.
Well, obviously, you gotta kill Buddy the Elf. I don't know, that's just me.
I mean, you say Christmas. But
Well, I've resented Christmas ever since I grew out of my teens. The only good thing about Christmas is there's some good NBA games on, honestly, and that might just be the self-loathing and hate
Or the
coming from my
time with their
heart.
family. Move on.
No, fuck my family.
Sure.
I would kill my family. Oh wait, now we're talking about.
Last
Okay,
question.
so kill Buddy the Elf. This is where it becomes hard. Well, no, obviously it's really easy. I'd marry Ron Burgundy and I'd kill Brennan.
Exactly what I had. Actually.
Yep. We've been the same on every single one.
I mean,
because we did a few of these before we started the show earlier today.
practices.
Yeah, and we were the same on every single one, and that's still the theme. So what's the next one?
Moving on. This is the battle of.
Because you would do the same, right?
I would. That's
Okay.
100% what I would do. This one is a battle of comedians, podcasters that are actually friends.
Still no girls. All right, fine.
Oh, there is. I don't think there's any girls on here. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on. The comedians slash podcasters that are all friends, you know. Battle is Chrissy D, Andrew Santino, and Bobby Lee. Fuck, marry, kill.
Who? Shit. I think we've done a version of this before, but I think Christy D is a new installation into that. Maybe not. I feel like we might have done that. You know what? Fuck, that one's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what yours are? I might have to think about mine. Do you know what yours is? Have you thought about this?
I actually haven't.
Okay, so let me.
Sure.
If you think of it before
Do
me,
you have a
then-
surefire for one of the
No,
FMKs?
no. None of my are surefire.
Sure.
I could see myself marrying all of them.
That's what I. 100%.
All right, you know what? I think we have done this.
If I was a homosexual, I would be on cloud 9 if I ended up in a marital status with any of these three.
I'm gonna do something controversial right now. I'm
Alright,
gonna go with a kill you might not expect. I'm gonna kill Chris DiStefano.
Huh. Okay.
He seems. If I'm gonna fuck or marry a man, I want a manly man. And to me, Chris seems like the least manliest man. He seems kind of like Vinny, aka Jasmine, bosses him around a lot. He seems like he will do anything she tells him.
Sure.
Which is fun for some girls when they're looking for a man. They're like, oh, yeah, make him my bitch. But for me, if I'm gonna fuck or marry a man, I want him to be a man. So I've came to the conclusion, I'm gonna kill Chris DiStefano, I'm gonna fuck Bobby Lee, and I'm gonna marry Santino.
Okay. Classic. Understandable.
Well, I stand behind my argument 100% actually.
I agree with it.
But you're not killing Chris. You're gonna
Right.
kill Bobby Lee, you're gonna fuck Chris DiStefano, and you're gonna marry Andrew Santino.
First of all, I would like to explain what I'm going to pick.
Am I right though?
Second of all,
Am I right though?
yeah. So let me explain.
Okay.
The only reason that I've come to the conclusion I'm killing Bobby Lee.
This guy's not even a real Tiger Belly fan. Look
Can
at him. He's killing you, Bobby Lee.
Can I please
Bobby
finish?
Lee watches this podcast.
Can I please finish?
He's not gonna be happy about this. Bobby Lee for life. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The reason I'm killing Bobby is simply because
He's Asian. Stop Asian hate.
he is the oldest of the group and he's had more time to do stuff. You understand? Like, I don't want to kill him young, any of these guys, and he is the oldest. That's the only reason I'm picking Bobby Lee.
So let me wrap my head around this.
Sure.
You're killing Bobby Lee just because you think he's had a long life, he's lived it, even though he someone could argue he's just skyrocketing right now, and you want to kill this sexy little Korean angel for someone like a fucking German white straight male piece of shit like Chris DeStefano. Shake my head.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's that. I'm going to fuck Chris because in everything that I've seen and watched of his, he seems the most feminine.
100%.
So he's...
Sorry, Chris.
So that fuck...
He watches the podcast.
That fuck would be the closest to a woman that I could pick out of the three.
Okay.
Understandable?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And for Santino, I mean, even if he was in another list, I'm marrying that motherfucker.
Right.
That person, he is one of the few males in the world that I could go every day being around and never get bored.
And how
always be happy.
Here's a question for you. And how jealous are you that me and him share the same birthday and STDs?
Not even a little bit, because that doesn't matter.
You're a liar.
Anyway.
What's the next one?
Next one. This is the changed race battle.
Changed race?
Let me explain.
Sean King's got to be on there. Go ahead.
White Sammy Sosa.
Oh, Michael Jackson's on there for sure.
White Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Sean King.
Ooh, I'm so good at this. Okay.
I don't even know why I make these lists. You can do them yourself.
First of all, I gotta kill Sean King.
100%.
That guy is white, and he claims he's black.
Can you at least give him a little credit for being the first white guy to get into an all-black school?
I'll give him credit for convincing a whole race that he's of the opposite.
Thank you.
But gotta kill him. You know what?
Now we're assuming this is before his death, Michael Jackson's, by the way.
Right, of course. That's how I thought of it in my head. We gotta fuck Sammy Sosa just based on his home run numbers. Dude was a killer.
Dude.
Might have been doing steroids, but nonetheless.
Didn't he get caught with a cork bat?
I don't know.
Somebody else.
I'm not sure.
Moving on.
I'm not sure. But, you can do steroids up the ass as much as you want. Baseball still takes accuracy and power. So props to him.
I am actually for steroids in baseball. Because, we
don't
want to watch a fucking... don't get me wrong. It's impressive as hell to watch a no-hitter. But it's boring as fuck. Well, I want to see every person hit fucking bombs.
Baseball's one of those sports. You played it growing up, right?
I did.
Yeah, I won a Little League World Championship.
Yeah, you
went to the finals the next year.
It's absolutely insane.
Well, it's because it's one of the only coolest things I've ever done in my life.
Fair.
So, impressive, and I completely agree. It's kind of a snooze fest, so fucking let's add some steroids to it,
I agree.
Well, so, just based on Sammy Sosa's numbers, but, his appearance, it was horrific. Michael Jackson, on the other hand, he's the king of pop. His appearance wasn't as disgusting. He's a little bit feminine. And he's got a fucking amusement park. So, gotta marry him. Fuck Sammy Sosa. Kill Sean King because, of course. And let me hear yours. And I bet it's exactly the same.
It is. I'm killing Sean King. I'm fucking Sammy Sosa just so I can get it the fuck over with and don't have to look at that face anymore.
Right.
Because that's a nightmare on its own.
It's terrifying.
And
it's like if you leave something on the dash of your vehicle and the sun hits it for too long.
It bleaches it, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Sammy Sosa did. He just he was in the dash of someone's vehicle for 4 months during the summer.
Right. I think it was actually Mark McGuire's car.
Yeah. No. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Wait. What's that? I'm being told you're correct.
Okay. Fact check. And I'm marrying Michael Jackson because, yeah, he's got a fucking amusement park in his house, basically, right?
Yeah.
And also, his voice is super high, so it kind of sounds like you're along the De Stefano lines of being feminine. His voice is feminine. So, if I close my eyes, it kind of sounds like there's a chick there.
Yeah.
Also, he could sing to me, and that's, as we previously mentioned, is a big thing for me.
Right. And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but I think we could both agree that a bonus on top of all that, he's got plenty of kids hanging around that you can fuck.
Yeah.
What's the last one?
Cut that out. My next one.
It's a comedy podcast, folks. Come on.
My next one is, I could only find 2.
They're all boys. I mean, at least it's gay pedophilia.
Don't let me. Don't.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
wait.
Yep.
The next one I can only think of in my head 2 that fit the category. So I picked another one that was the closest to that.
Okay.
And it's a trans battle.
Oh. You picked. I had some good ones when we were practicing earlier. You're just hitting me up with like the.
Yeah, but those were
go ahead.
Those were actual scenarios that like we would want to happen.
Right. These.
I want to make you fucking think.
Right.
So moving on with the trans battle.
No, I hear you.
You might not know who this person is.
Well, I know him.
Have you seen?
I fucked him.
Have you seen Orange Is the New Black? At all?
No, I know it's a show about lesbians in prison.
Basically, but one of the prison inmates is a transgender.
Are we talking the chick from That 70s Show?
No.
She was on the show, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But no, this is a transgender that was on the show playing a transgender, but she actually is.
So some would say she didn't have to act.
If you need to, you can Google what she looks like.
Nope, I'm killing her. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is she hot?
It's Laverne Cox. It's Laverne Cox.
Laverne Cox, great name.
The other ones are Caitlyn Jenner and Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic's not a transgender. It's gay.
He was in a throuple with dudes.
It's gay / transgender.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Because I could really only think of 2 transgenders off the top of my head, and so I threw him in because he was in a throuple with 2 dudes. So.
Okay. So, the person on Orange Is the New, was he a woman and then transitioned to a man?
Nope.
So he was a man and transitioned to a woman.
Correct.
We gotta kill that fucking thing.
I mean, it's the same scenario.
No, I'm just kidding.
Continue.
We're gonna kill that thing. You gotta kill Joe Exotic. Or you gotta fuck Joe Exotic, I'm sorry. Just because, Wildcat Amusement Park, some of you wanna go to every night, you don't wanna live there. You don't wanna end up living there, sucking Joe Exotic's dick, and staying in a trailer park with wild cats for the rest of your life. So you kill the first thing I was talking about. You fuck Joe Exotic just to hang around some cats for a while, and then
He probably knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and well, he's in prison now, I guess. But if we're looking back on the good old days,
actually, one is in prison.
One played a person who was in prison,
and one should be in prison for the murders.
Murders, yeah. And I'm gonna have to marry the one with the actual murders, because...
Well, actually, that was Bruce that murdered those people.
No, that was Caitlyn.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. So I have to marry her, because...
You're really struggling with that.
She was on the fucking Wheaties box and is a gold medalist.
That person's dead.
And also, she is also reaping the benefits of, having been in the Kardashians, the show,
sure.
And in the Kardashians, the physical fucking thing. So I'm sure she's got some fucking money, and that's that. I mean, That was actually the easiest one so far.
So.
And if you agree with me, I'm gonna shoot my dick off. Okay,
I don't.
Fine.
But
was my reasoning not pretty good?
It was.
Okay.
It was accurate, and honestly, it almost changed my mind.
Wow. See, that's all I try to do.
I'm gonna kill Caitlyn Jenner.
Brave son of a the Twitter hate you will get tomorrow is gonna be it's gonna be unimaginable. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna kill Caitlyn Jenner.
You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. Just
I'm gonna fuck Laverne Cox. And I'm gonna marry Joe Exotic. He's in prison. You don't even have to see him.
well, you see, when I did mine,
Also, I probably would have inherited that.
I didn't take into account he was in prison. I just assumed it would. But yeah, that was my fault. So
Yep.
no, yeah, your reasoning there is solid. I didn't think about it like that.
I mean, you almost made me transition. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Moving on.
I think we should both transition. It's Pride Month.
Oh,
We're gay.
One more day.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's July. It's June. It's Pride Month. No,
No,
I have one more.
Okay.
This one's my most excited one to talk about.
Okay. I'm excited to hear about it.
This battle is of the Maddie Daddy's most hated,
Oh, yikes.
which includes
Yeah.
Kalila when she's interrupting Bobby, Jake Paul, and Kyrie Irving.
Oh fuck. Well, this one's actually pretty easy. Obviously, I'm gonna marry Kalila.
Okay, now I'm gonna let you say this, and I'm gonna throw a wrench in the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I
Well,
know what you're gonna say.
it's easy to stop her from interrupting. Just shove a dick in her mouth. Right? Is that what you thought I was gonna say?
No, I know your whole set, and I'm gonna throw a wrench in it when you're done.
I'm gonna fuck Jake Paul and kill Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Is that what you thought I was gonna say?
That's exactly what I was gonna thought you were gonna say. And my wrench, do it again, but you can't kill Kyrie.
Whoa. I was out of wrench. Ow. Shit, they can't hear me.
Can't wait till the audio doesn't change during this part.
I can't speak into it till. God damn it. Psst. 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 Why is this? What? So, I would still marry Kalila.
Obvious.
I can't kill Kyrie.
Kalila was the one that I threw in last second because I couldn't think of. I didn't know who else you hated.
Well, you just said I couldn't kill Kyrie, so then I have to marry Kyrie and kill Jake Paul.
Really?
Well, you didn't give me any chance.
Mm-mm.
Alright, fuck it. I'm marrying Jake Paul. I'm fucking Kalila and I'm killing Kyrie. That's what you thought I was going to go to. No, you can't. If I have to marry Kalila, you know, Kyrie can live. I guess I'll fuck him.
You just said you were gonna marry him.
I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
I have to marry Kalila. Marry? I have to marry Kalila. Are you kidding me? That chick's so fucking hot. Kyrie can live. He doesn't bother me that much. I'd love to just marry Kalila. Even though she's very annoying, but like I said,
I couldn't think of anything else there.
like I said, I have the problem fixer for that one. I'm guessing.
Penis.
Yeah. Would yours be the same, or would you swap out Kyrie and Jake Paul?
I would probably
Fuck Kyrie, kill
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
100%.
Kyrie is honestly a bigger.
Although I will
Douchebag
I
Jake
will
Paul.
say this. I completely understand where you're coming from for the Mary thing,
Yeah.
but I also wouldn't mind marrying Jake Paul, because that dude's made a lot of money.
I guarantee you Kyrie's got more though. You know what I mean?
True, but how many seasons has Kyrie played, and Jake Paul has made like all of the money in the last couple of years, and will probably continue to,
Let us know in
because
the
he's the
comment
greatest heel
section.
of all time.
Yeah, we'll see. That all depends on him not getting knocked out though.
True.
Because the second he gets knocked out and he's going against Tyron Woodley, you know, who knows where that's going to fucking go. But the second he gets knocked out, things might change.
Sure. And I will say this.
And Kyrie's got another 10 years, and I guarantee you he's already made over 100 and, you know, probably over 200 million.
Sure.
I don't know.
I will say this.
I guarantee you Jake Paul don't have that money.
I will say on the record that if
Bold
Jake,
prediction?
if Jake Paul knocks out
T Wood?
Woodley, I'm not saying goes the distance and wins the decision. I'm saying if he knocks out Woodley,
Yep, his next paycheck.
I will completely be on board with the fact that he's a good boxer.
Yeah, I
But if
mean,
that does not happen, then I'm out.
looking
He's
at the
still a piece of shit.
compilation of his fights and just his time in the ring, doesn't prove he's a good boxer. Honestly, you could get a better idea just by watching his actual boxing sparring. You could get a better idea at his boxing through that than through his actual fights.
Sure, I'm just saying if he actually does knock out Woodley, I will believe that he's a good boxer.
I think he is a good boxer in the fact that by me saying that, I think he's like a good boxer in terms of regular people who box. I don't say that in terms of like actual boxers. You know what I mean?
Kinda.
So regular people who train in boxing, some people call them boxers. I call them briefs. But I think he's a good boxer in those terms.
That was excellent.
But in terms of professional boxers, no. You can't call him a good boxer in that.
Well, yeah.
Because there's no evidence.
That's-
Maybe he's got some good skill, some good technique. He's moving right. But, I mean, it's all the in-ring action where
Sure.
you can really judge
I mean-
that. And we don't have that.
Honestly, I don't think he's ever called himself a professional boxer.
Yeah. He probably has, though. So here's the thing. How much money would it take for you to suck a dick?
You'd be surprised that... And we're being honest on this episode, right?
Well, more honest than ever. This is Matty A and the Midget, uncut, unfiltered, uncircumcised. Go.
I'm uncircumcised. I don't come from the hood.
I get it.
Anyway, if I'm
It took me a minute.
If I'm being completely honest, that's not the first, and I don't think that's even the second time I've been asked that question.
By me or just in general?
In general.
Okay. You got some weird friends.
Also, to clarify,
I only do it for the podcast.
It wasn't a situation I was being asked where, like, after they asked it and I answered, they gave me that money to suck their dick.
So
it wasn't that situation.
By a gay guy.
It was just a random person asking me.
So he actually didn't want his dick sucked. It was a hypothetical
Right.
question.
Like this. Unless you want.
No, it's all for the gram. Or the cast.
Honest?
The gram cast.
See, I feel like I'm lowballing this a lot.
Just honest.
I don't wanna-
Honesty.
I don't want to look like a piece of shit, but I guess I shouldn't say piece of shit, but I don't want to look bad by saying this because I feel like it's very low.
We're both gay.
We're all gay.
You're in a cabin, I'm gay. We're all gay.
Probably 25, 30
Bucks?
grand.
Oh, okay. I'm right there with you.
And if I was in a pinch, like super struggling for money, and it's been like a week since I've had any money, 10.
25 bucks. 10 bucks.
10
bucks.
10 bucks.
No, I'm right there with you. I think the 25 grand is that's a pretty solid number.
Yeah,
Maybe
honestly.
15 grand, honestly.
Yeah.
That's still a lot of
If
money.
I was in a pinch, I might even go down to 5 if I really needed money and rent
Well,
was
first
due.
of all, sometimes when I'm getting my dick sucked and the chick sucks at it, sometimes I wish I could chop off my dick, put it in my mouth, and show her how to suck it.
Sure.
So, having said that, I think I would be good at it. I wouldn't want to do it, but I think I could finish the guy off pretty quick if I was put in
I
a
think
pinch.
I would be excellent.
Yeah, no. I mean,
we can put this to the test later. But
it's like girls who eat other girls out, they're like super good at it.
because they know what they like.
They know what they like, they know what they would want. I mean, honestly, just simplify the fucking thing. Like, yeah, in a pinch, I'd do it for maybe 10, 15 grand.
I'd probably go as low as 5. Honestly, if the guy gave me a 10-second demonstration on how he sucks a dick, that's not the question, is it?
No, you just lost me with that one.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I turned it around to that guy was sucking me off, but I do that for free.
Right.
What? Back to what I was saying, kind of, but I'm gonna fix it. If I got a good look at his hard dick.
Well, I mean, you could get a good look at a bull's ass by sticking your hand up, or
Butcher.
but when you rather take the butcher's word for it.
Almost.
T-bone steak.
Yep. If the guy had a fucking rocket baby arm,
The bigger his dick, the harder it would be for me.
the more money I'm gonna need.
Yeah.
Like if he had
Honestly, I'd rather want to suck a fucking, a Brahma bull, a real behemoth. I wouldn't want to suck a pathetic penis with them. It'd be in my mouth and I'd be like, yeah.
Right, but I mean, the smaller it is, the less of your mouth it's touching.
And the more of the back of the throat, it's fucking boxing your.
A small one?
I mean, yeah, you can fit it all in, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Maybe it doesn't reach that. I mean,
Exactly.
how small is a small penis? I guess I don't know. Like, what a really small penis looks like.
and honestly, I'd have to say, girth is a huge factor here.
Yeah.
Like, the girthier it is, the more I'm gonna need.
Well, it depends on the guy, the type of guy. If he's the
You want to
type,
get to know him first.
well, if he's the type of guy who grabs the back of your head during it, it's like,
Aggressiveness, yeah.
and it's like trying to suck off a sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's fair.
That wouldn't be fun.
Head size is huge.
So I might need more money for that.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of questions that have to be asked
There's-
to answer that question.
It's situational, but on the whole,
Let's just say
25,
that
probably.
25. Yeah, let's say worst case scenario, dick. Like just biggest dick you could imagine. You think it'd take you
Green and leaky,
$25,000 to do that one?
for sure.
Yeah, I would settle at that too if it was like just a real behemoth of a cock.
Also,
I'd need at least that.
another huge factor, hygiene.
Well, let's do this. Let's do the biggest cock and the worst hygienic cock. So all right, I got a good example for you. So say Tommy Lee in 1988, because you know how big his cock is, right?
Yeah, but is this pre or post Pamela Anderson? Don't know
This
years.
is pre. Pamela Anderson was in the 90s. But he once did a thing with, I believe it was Nikki Sixx, former band member in Motley Crue, where they battled each other who could go the longest without showering.
Right.
So I think one of them actually went 30 days. I don't remember the winner of that. But say it was during that 30-day span,
The end.
Tommy Lee's cock, 27 days in, I don't know why I said that like a Southern Baptist girl, but
27 days.
27 days into no showering. Let's do that. So would it still be 25,000, or would you have to up?
I'd probably up it to 35, 40.
30. Do it for 30. $30.
See, I was right at 25, 30 to begin with, so I think I'm gonna have to go 35.
Whatever. Gave up.
Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. 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 Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.